Did you know the FIFA World Cup started with just 13 teams? And today, it's watched by over 5 billion people worldwide? From black and white matches in 1930, to global superstars like Messi and Ronaldo, and moments that stopped the entire world in silence. This is the incredible story of the FIFA World Cup. The FIFA World Cup is the biggest football tournament on Earth. Held every 4 years, it brings together nations from every continent, all competing for one trophy and ultimate glory. But this wasn't always a global spectacle. Before stadiums filled with millions, before television broadcasts reached every corner of the planet, it all began with a simple idea: to unite the world through football. And to understand how that idea changed history, we have to go back to 1930. The first FIFA World Cup was held in Uruguay in 1930. Only 13 teams participated. There were no massive sponsorships, no global media coverage, no fame waiting at the end. Just passion, pride, and a new world waiting to be discovered through football. Teams traveled for weeks by ship just to compete. But those who arrived were about to make history. Uruguay hosted the tournament in front of passionate home fans. In the final, they faced Argentina in a fierce rivalry. Uruguay defeated Argentina 4-2, becoming the first ever World Cup champions. Football had found its global stage. But what started as a dream was quickly interrupted by reality. The Second World War changed everything. The 1942 and 1946 World Cup tournaments were cancelled, as nations focused on survival instead of sport. For years, football disappeared from the world stage. But even in silence, the game never truly died. Because in 1950, the World Cup returned, stronger, bigger, and more meaningful than ever. That tournament marked a rebirth of global football. From that point forward, the World Cup became a worldwide tradition. In 1958, a 17-year-old boy from Brazil shocked the world. His name was Pelé. He played with confidence beyond his age, scoring goals that seemed impossible, and leading Brazil to their first World Cup victory. Pelé didn't just win trophies. He inspired an entire generation. But every era has its defining moment, and in 1986, football witnessed something unforgettable, and one man changed everything: Diego Maradona, a player who would turn one match into football history. The stage was set: Argentina versus England, a match filled with tension, political history, national pride, and pressure beyond imagination. Every touch of the ball felt heavy, and then, the moment happened. A high ball floated into the box. Maradona leaped, surrounded by defenders, and in a split second, he reached the ball, using his hand to guide it into the net. For a brief moment, confusion. The referee saw nothing wrong. Goal given. England players rushed forward in protest, and the crowd erupted in disbelief. But the decision stood. It was one of the most controversial moments in football history. But what came next would define his legacy forever. Just minutes later, Maradona picked up the ball inside his own half. No tricks, no hesitation. He started running. One player, gone; another, left behind; 3 defenders, beaten; 4, gone; 5, helpless. The entire stadium rose as he moved forward. It felt unreal. Then came the goalkeeper. Maradona stayed calm, slipped past him, and placed the ball into the net. No controversy this time, just pure, unstoppable brilliance. In a matter of minutes, he showed 2 sides of football: controversy and genius, and together, they created one of the most unforgettable moments in World Cup history. As the years passed, new nations rose to dominance. Brazil became the most successful team in World Cup history. With 5 titles and legendary players like Ronaldo and Ronaldinho, Germany built a reputation for discipline and efficiency, winning 4 World Cups. Italy matched that with tactical mastery and defensive strength, while Argentina continued producing icons like Maradona and Messi. Each tournament added new stories, new heartbreaks, and new heroes. In 2018, France lifted the trophy with a new generation of stars, and in 2022, the world witnessed one of the greatest finals ever: Argentina versus France, Messi versus Mbappé. A match filled with drama, comebacks, penalties, and pure emotion. When Argentina finally won, Messi completed his legacy on football's biggest stage. Records continued to fall. Miroslav Klose became the all-time top scorer in World Cup history. Brazil remains the only nation to play in every single tournament, and every 4 years. For 1 month, the entire world unites. Borders disappear, languages fade, and football becomes a universal language. Now the future is here. In 2026, the World Cup expands to 48 teams for the first time ever. Hosted across the USA, Canada, and Mexico, it will be the biggest tournament in history. More matches, more nations, more dreams, and more history waiting to be written. From a small tournament in 1930 to the biggest sporting event in the world, the FIFA World Cup has created legends, shaped generations, and delivered moments that will never be forgotten. But one question remains: who will write the next chapter? If you enjoyed this journey, like and subscribe, and comment below, who is the greatest World Cup player of all time? And I'll see you in the next video.